I'll share it once we're on.
Okay.
Guys, we're live.
Yeah.
Look, there's not one, there's not two, there's not three, there's four.
Foundation of the news.
And the colors.
The colours.
White, gray.
There are 2 teams.
Me and Robert against Patricia and Inga. Who's going to win? The Giants. The full set. That's right. 5p. Everyone's here. Yeah.
But you know what is really funny about this picture? Usually when they paint colors and energy, the white is always upper and the dark is below. Now we are the opposite. We have balanced them.
I thought about that.
Everything is turning back to the right position.
I know. Let it see.
Yeah. It's really strange, isn't it? How it all
Yeah, there's symbolic in like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let me share this out on Facebook and then we get going.
Yeah, so I can share it too if you.
Okay, we'll share it out to Messenger and then see who comes in. So, don't know what we're gonna get, guys.
That's the fun part.
We're here. We're here.
We've shown up, and that's the main thing. Patricia, I'll send it out to you as well, Patricia.
You can share it in your
timeline.
What?
You can share it in your timeline.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, your story.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're here.
We've shown up, and that's the main.
Share it in your timeline.
Als ik het deel op mijn tijdlijn, doet hij het?
You can share it in your timeline.
Ja.
Your story.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're here.
And that's the main.
Share it in your timeline.
Als ik het deel op mijn tijdlijn, doet hij het? Wauw. Dat is totally mixed up.
Everybody has to put the sound off at Facebook. Patricia?
Yeah, I turned all Facebook off because I felt I feel a déjà vu and a déjà vu. Man, I thought I heard 3 of me. Yeah. I hear voices. Yeah, no.
I just been coming from everywhere. Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad we get the joke anyway. Everybody else is going like, what's going on?
Chaos.
Another way.
I feel like ET sending a program or a hello. Here we are.
Yeah. Oh, how funny. Right, I shared them out to a few groups. So, welcome everybody. It's not serious. Okay. Right. Yeah. Welcome everybody. There's 4 people in the house. Okay. Right. So, who we got in the house? Let's say hi to everybody. We've got all Pipey in. There's Pipey in.
Hi,
we've got P. Oh, I love your name. Paula. Oh, look. Very special person.
Nicola.
We've got Adele in. Hi, Adele.
Hi, Adele.
Yeah, we've got the full set in. Bobby's in the house. Bobby. Patty,
yeah.
Do you know, we did this one. We did the wonderful event yesterday, and a lot of these people were actually there, and it feels like I've literally just sort of come off the call, went to bed and straight up again. My day's gone really, really strange today. We'll talk about that in a minute. John Stewart's in the house. Hi, John. Love all your posts. Cindy's in as well. Morning. Oh, from California.
Morning.
Canada.
Yeah. Donna's in from Canada. We have Janine. with her beautiful trees and
Yeah,
her birds always come in. We have Krista.
Hi, Krista.
Welcome, Krista. Oh, we got Vanessa.
Yeah.
Probably Billy's there as well, I would imagine, with Vanessa. Hi, guys. And oh yeah, so Ginny's actually out there with her oak, and we have Anita and Anita.
And Angel is also there.
Where's an Angel? Did I go past her?
Yeah, Cindy Williamson.
Oh, yeah.
Well, two above, two upwards.
Oh yes, 2 upwards. So cute. Oh, apologise, Angel. How could I ever pass you by? Cool. So we've got some people in the house. So welcome everybody for coming in. Oh, Brian's in as well.
Brian just came in.
Yay! From Massachusetts. Wonderful. So we decided last night to have a gathering of 4, and we didn't know whether Inga was going to be joining us or whether Patricia was going to get there on time. So we just put it out that it was me and Robert, but we've got this wonderful surprise that we have these 2 wonderful people with us. We don't know what's going to be happening today because Robert and I both have had, again, wanting to go off to sleep. So I had an hour and a half nap. Like you do. Getting sort of some down. Do you know, I actually felt myself that my brain was being worked on. Literally here, very, very deeply in my head. I don't know if anyone else has just like trying to.
Yesterday.
It's from yesterday. The coach for where I worked on expanding the brain.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that, isn't there?
Probably.
I think it's actually already hanging around, even if I was not at the event yesterday, but I felt it anyway. So it was really powerful evening. And day before also with the full moon and with the moon. And all the energies you were releasing.
Yeah, definitely. So how have you been, Inga?
Actually, I had a very interesting day. I had some computer issues, so I went to a big center where they fix computers. And usually I hate stuff like that because I'm overwhelmed by the energy and stuff in the center with a lot of people. But believe it or not, I put the intention out, this is going to be smooth. Within 10 minutes, they have fixed my computers. When I went to the center, I have to go the whole round all the way, and I had to shine. And I was glowing and glowing and glowing. And when I walked around there, the message came, you are laying light. You are sharing light, and it's like a path beyond you. A light that is actually spreading and being accessible for everybody else. And on my way home, I had this most interesting talk with my higher self. I make it a little bit mainstream. But what she basically said, it was like Inger, imagine this. You have 1 year again on the planet. What would you do? How would you live? Imagine that 1 year to do everything you want to do, everything you have wanted to do that you haven't done. And she said, it's time to live fully, to completely dive in and do it all, do everything. Don't hold anything back. And when that energy landed within me, I just felt that I was glowing and glowing and glowing even more. And I went home and I boing. And I was gone for a while. And I got a huge download. That's why I wasn't sure if I was coming on, but here I am.
Interesting.
It's kind of cool when they come in like that. And when you are kind of allowed to go out and work in that way.
Yeah, I had to go to both banks today. I belong to 2 banks, and they're literally opposite each other, so it's really very handy. And at the end of this road, and so it's very, very convenient. And when I went in, I just felt the same of wanting to stand there and just go, to everybody. Which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
It's like there is needed. It's like there is some new. There has been so many shifts coming in lately that we are kind of anchoring through our bodies. So it's like a need to get this energy out as quick as possible, to reach as many as possible. So just it's not the time to kind of be a hermit in that way, but to go out and kind of share, so that we can lift these frequencies on this planet together.
Oh, okay. Right. Sorry. I'm just starting to keep talking. Got something. They're going to direct us where they want us to sort of bring in. That's your makiato the basho the bikiato the makiato the bashanaish. Giata the makiato badagan makiato the badagan makiata. It's more important than ever to start stepping forward in your light. So badagan makiato the makiato the bashanakiat. Elakiju bottom show ben makiata nakiata. There are many variables of timelines that are still in existence. So we need to start collapsing them with our light a little bit more. So this is what we're going to be doing today. Right? With the assistance from all of you that are here, that we want to link in with your energies to place an intention to collapse some timelines across the earth that people are tapping into. There's an awful lot of work that's going on at the moment that is taking off and breaking down old templates of dimensions. So they're allowing this to come through now. This has now taken place, which has been a very good experience to have been a part of. At a soul level, and many of us would be at those soul levels of understanding when we're called off to sleep, is because we're off on a mission together and maybe not conscious of the fact. Once we have access to this realm in this holographic system, we can then come from this physical being, this physical vessel, into the holographic system and come in out of the physical body. So when we're in sleep states, we have more accessibility to the lower dimensions. So when we go in, we are allowing ourselves to go in, but also break down the old systems in other dimensions as well as in this dimension, this reality, this realm. So a lot of work has been going on recently with actually letting go of an awful lot of spirit, a lot of spirit that is hanging around, that people may see them as being ghosts. They're coming off the earth. They're coming off and out. I put a thing on the other day on my YouTube about there's loads of souls leaving the planet, and that was one part of it. But actually, it's the souls that are actually in a different dimension, as well as souls that are in this reality. Our perceived ideas of our thoughts that actually it could be many, many deaths in this incarnation, these souls that are around us, but actually it's also about the souls coming out of different dimensions as well. So lots of shifting of spirit, because they're quite heavy in their resonance. Lots of fragmented aspects of self are in those dimensions. So it's about taking them out and then going back up to oneness. So a lot of work's been going on with that as well. So that's really good. So not so many little. Okay, so yeah, Nita, sorry, yeah, there was a few people there. Sometimes we did get a few people that come in that are a little bit scammers. So if they want readers and stuff, S.A. Smith's been having a few scammers on a go in the universe as well. So just be aware of that, people. If people ask for readings and stuff, that they're sort of going around, bless them, wanting to readings, and then you send them money, apparently, and then you don't get a reading.
That's a very, very deep reading, then.
Very deep reading, yeah. Big lesson there, then, isn't there? Yeah. Sorry, I went off track there. I just thought I just need to say.
You asked Inger how her day was and her week was, and then.
What?
You asked Inger how her week was, and then you went off.
Did I?
Yeah. So, Patricia, how was your week?
Oh.
I was already following the topic line. Yeah. I'm sorry, Robert. I'm tuned in with Nicola.
If everybody comes in, if anyone comes in, I cannot.
I know. I'm tuning in that part too, because I feel that the souls that around that hangs around here, they need to. They're going to a place for healing because they are so damaged. That's how I feel for now, and there's a chance to recover. So actually, it's hopeful.
Da, ce makiata bana mikiota barene makiata da shana mikiata da bashana mikiata na neshoto bari shana makiata da bashana mikiata da basha kiana makura sisizel mikiat ala kiana washo to kiana makiata na shana kiana makies ala kidi bide makiata barene mikiota barene mashata bine mikiata na sha ba do the barene makiata. Yes, okay, so that's your background. We will get round to ask how Robert is as well as Patricia, but I cannot help if a channeling comes through. Highest consciousness comes first, I'm afraid. Okay, they're saying let you all speak, let it all get going, and then we get going with what we're here to do. So Inga had a really interesting thing. Anybody else would like to speak, and I'll be quiet.
Okay, I'd like to share something.
Yes.
And that I was actually enjoying the sun this afternoon and sitting in the garden with my granddaughter. And it was quite a busy week. So I was running. And this was a moment like peace. And I felt so connected with the sun, the central sun. And they gave me a lot of channelings. And the channeling that I received was not to start running, but be in the place where you are and ground. And if you ground, you anchor your power. And if you anchor your power, the people around you can receive it. So you'll be more powerful than just try to run to everybody and convince them to go into themselves or do this, or because then your own energy is not is not aligned. So I was actually sitting there, and it was like I saw so many things. We do dancing. We do the workshops, trance dance and light language together, Robert and me. And I saw the bigger picture from that part. So I was actually dancing in my brain, sitting in the sun, doing nothing, but I was completely busy. So yeah, if you ask me how my day was, it was yes.
Powerful.
I was blessed. I felt really blessed. And I felt pure. Yeah.
It's very important what you share, Patricia, because I've gotten the same for weeks and weeks now, and we talked about it before, how important embodiment is. That we need to embody all this energy that is coming down so that they become present and accessible, and that they come to matter in this reality. So it's super, absolutely super. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time. Anyone else?
I'm just
waiting for your confession.
I'm just still in a buzz from yesterday, because yesterday was a really good workshop. It was really powerful, and I really liked the energy of the group. And I'm looking forward already for the next one. And that was And today was downloads, and Nicola just told us that if the way Nicola and I get downloads, it's real hard work. We sleep, but we are really hard working.
Is this a new way to say it's okay to sleep during the day?
And how was your week, Nicola?
Yeah, it's been very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, lots of understandings, lots of deep understandings. But it's been really good, really good. Anita's feeling she's a little bit exhausted and anxious and fearful, and that's a massive thing that I'm sort of hearing out there in the collective, and we were sort of all here sort of feeling very sort of blissed out and everything. But the reflection of that fall, and as we sort of see the black and white reflect what we're actually within our grids of what we're wearing is the polar opposites, that there are many people out there that are actually feeling quite the opposite to what we are feeling. We too have been through those moments of deep depression and anxiety and fear, and they still come over us. So don't feel that you're on your own there if you're feeling that way, okay? It's important to know that everything is available to us for tools to enable us to help. So things like this today, us being here, helping to sort of support you in your journey, as well as loads of other people doing lots of lives. So tap into those as well to help support yourself. There's many different sort of conversations that you can tap into and to sort of support you. And there's it's between the two realities, exactly, Anita, is that it can be quite scary, but you knew that you had to ground. So it's important to just go back to the basics, of grounding your energy in your heart and allowing yourself to breathe.
Can I give some codes for this? Yeah? Koko konya poko toko to sokota toko konya poka koko nya nana siketanya kapata titinya patanya kototia titinya pahato uhuma to fuko to ponya pato to tutia panea akata situ pojata is for grounding tata titika tak grounding in the moment tukupo ponya pa asetinya numa takatia sotapa nya aha tikitianya yama aho po kata sidanda kurapatana.
That's your bagian mark. Thank you. Just allow those codes. So if anybody's listening, any of those codes, if you just allow them to come into your energetic field, it will enable you to sort of tap into that information. It's a deep soul level of understanding that when the codes come in, that your subconscious will be able to actually tap into those codes. It may not be a conscious concept of understanding, but it come in at a subconscious level. So I do hope that sort of helps anybody down there with that information. Anita's been getting lots of downloads as well. It's quite visual, connecting to more colourful experiences instead of just black and white. Yeah, everything's sort of coming online. Everything's starting to be understood a little bit more. The more that we open up, the more that we start tapping into, which is great, which is a really good thing to do, isn't it? You've had lots of information, Inga, come through as well, haven't you?
On many, many levels. One of those that are quite important, as I feel, is that as the new structure comes online, there's a new patterning that we are all being attuned to. And it's very important to, as one of wrote there, you feel like you are between two worlds. And that's exactly what happened when all this energy comes in and the new comes online. There are moments where you actually are between two worlds. And the only thing you can do is to completely let go and just see what happens. But be as present as you can within that. There's been a lot of information, as Patricia mentioned, coming through the sun. I feel like even our star map is changing, like new stars even become visible and come online as we shift deeper and deeper into a completely bigger reality. It's like we have been working with sunglasses and we take them on and suddenly a whole new world with different colors and a bigger reality makes itself accessible to us. But I'm also must say that right now there is so much energy coming in that I feel we should go on with the energy work, because I feel it's quite the energy start to be quite ready for it. It's like it's building up and building up and building up, and I feel there is this energy, and it's interesting that you said that the entire group, all those who listen to, should be equally participating, because this is what I've been getting again and again and again lately. It's not about one or two who stands up and talking, but they are just helping everybody remember what we're here to do. And then everybody react to it, and we step forward and we do what we are here for.
Yeah, that's
everybody is so important in this, because we need to live this alone, and everybody who's here is present because they are carrying special codes from what I call home, who is here, brought here forward to as a part of the design for the new. And everybody is necessary. Everybody needs to kind of at least choose to share what they can, one way or the other.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to place our intention then to connect to everybody.
Yeah.
And I want to put some codes on already for everybody to trust on their own power of higher self, because that's what I think that's the core of what is needed, and in the grid line then. So first the grid lines, then put that in. Okay.
Yeah.
When you first on the clear grid lines.
Yeah, I'll work in unison. I'm here doing my thing.
Okay. So for everybody to really feel deeply in the heart-centered trust in the power of the higher self in all time and space, and all this new time and space, and all the timelines we are walking in.
Yeah. That's your Miguel Tomas.
I'm getting connected to a city of light that is supporting this work with us. So I'm just going to bring in some energies from there. Kamayana eakonota akashamane kiotoyoto ekayamani kiosotone maniaka eyakiyokotone maniti tatasha ayaketeya akuyotoya nemeniniakata ashanamaniya no kiototototo tashanamana yakata shi aya ya eya shima ino kiko iukoteshana aya.
That's your Miguel Tomas. There's an echo somewhere.
I heard deja vu.
It was me.
That's actually, but that's how it was really funny actually, because today on my YouTube video that I did, it was all about the surfing of the echo of the waves of existence, which is basically what happens is that's an amazing actually experience of that in physicality, of the echo of sound, because we actually was in that forward now moment of the expression of what we was talking about and the codes and stuff. And that's how actually time exists. It is an echo. So we actually sat there and heard the echo of what we had already spoken. So this is how we actually experience. The experience was from the echo perspective after the event of actually that it was said. So if you replay that bit back, that's how the experience here on Earth actually exists. It's an echo, it's a wave. We've already done it. It's already played out. It's already been happened. But we're deciding on which wave to experience it on, which timeline wave we're going to experience it on, depending upon the vibration. So if you want a lower time wave experience with that, that will be on this one. Higher timeline, this one. So however we actually experience it will be on the echo of the sound from that now moment. It's a backtrack now moment that we experience it.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Nita says that Robert's light language went straight into her lower back. Which is nice. Bit of clearing there for you then, Nita. Okay, let me just get some guidance through with what the Galactics want us to work on, which was about then the collaboration with you guys out there for us to connect with you. So we set some grid works up, some information sort of gone in, and now we're just going to get down to a little bit of work with what the Galactics want from us as a bit of purpose work, and then we can then sort of move into some greater understandings. So I'm just going to we're just going to set that intention out there then, Robert, and then I'll do my grids, and then if we've got any codes from Patricia and Inga, that would be wonderful. But I feel like I'm a bit more grid worky today.
Okay. Vorstata ina to kosto rondo yo to korso to onda yo shornda yo
Dashima. But you use your breath to really connect to the earth. Allow it to go up to the universe, connect up higher. Just anchoring in. Have you got anything coming through, Patricia?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to say the central sun is very, very close in the energy today. And he's satisfied by the attention. Okay, good. And cool, yeah. Kakanya ahecho po oyo foka kotunya po ushotinya kato sotonya poka ponya mahata satinya yaka riya pa na nya hau ya nya kasi katunya hamu oyati Japakatania Triti Kapatnia Poko Jupa Fumu Hatanisika Poroto Tonya Nia Ratanu Kata Sina Jupaya.
Ayuma.
I got the white dragon coming in, sustaining the connection to the grid with bringing more light into it, anchoring more light into it. Marayanui, Marawanui, Marawanui, Shamiena Kayane, Oyotona, Oyoto, Shamyanai, Ayakata, Niyoshan.
Tatiama. Balakiama. Bakuyam. Batwan Dai Sha. Goan Ta Sha Gua. Guan Xiang Ba Gua. Dan Ta Sha Gua. Guan Sui Wa Sha. Ban Tua Sui Kua. Dan Tua Sua Kua. La Lam Baku Wam Baki E. Ala ku awe shaki e ku ampawe. Do ba kampawe sha le lokia. Olam baka ba mako kampe tueshi. Ela ka weto kampa kawasha si. Kia pa kamba kawasha si. Kola la kita to kratan to kawashan e ku anta kawasha. Dala ku kampe waki e kia pa we shakyun baku. Alla pa kuku va ba kukapa ku va kia baka boku va sepe ki e to tam pakawe tabaile luki e kia to ko we shan tu ku shabo e maki alla la ka we sha ya tam pakawe sha da da to gonna make okay da shima de gonna cool so they just said mission completed. That was anchored into the Earth grid. So thank you everybody for your resistance and for being the conduits for that transmission to the field. Tick box.
The codes that came from me,
Hmm.
they really overwhelmed me, and they were so powerful. I'm totally heat off inside now, and shaking a bit.
That's your mark. Hit about ish.
Yeah.
Ground it. Ground, Patricia. That email killed the man I killed.
I can't describe what it's still it's still going on.
No.
Also in the grid now, also for the group. It's still
It's
hanging.
an echo.
Yeah. And
Just
it's
like the sound we had just then. It's an echo.
it's so far away.
Das you are experiencing the echo.
Okay. Ah! No, it's just
Patricia, can you connect to your Earth star?
to what?
Your Earth star point.
Yeah.
Stay there. And ask the grandmothers of the Earth to sustain you.
Yeah, it's so love.
Mm.
It's tenderness. So tender.
Yes, it is. That's what it's the grandmothers, because they carry this deep, deep, sweet caretaking energy.
Tikanya samaha niya hayasiniya avukani maya I feel like I'm in a blanket now. So much love. Wow. Okay, we're on air, right? We're live. Okay. So I'm back.
That's needed. That is really needed because some others will be feeling the same way as you are, so they're tapping into that experience that you're experiencing. So, Bobby's just said tears, so she's feeling, and also Joy's feeling intense energies and P. So no, please express.
Yeah, it's like I'm so high sensitive that it's. I just learned this week that because of I'm a warrior and I'm so tough, learning stuff and be tough. That my experience on Earth here is to experience emotions. So that's why I'm so high sensitive, and that's why it overwhelms me so much sometimes. And this is one of them. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Where's my tissue?
I can feel that all this energy that came in needs a tremendous amount of grounding, because I'm still grounding and sitting and grounding and grounding and grounding and grounding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the entire experience in the entire field. Yeah.
I feel like I can cry, but I don't feel sad. So
yeah, it's like just emotion needs to release because it's beautiful and sacred, and it's nice to finally reach that point.
Yeah.
Exciting connection.
Asha nai huko toshto taana shalani kukot tiu tundor anjish taranda ukoston onda arai okut nyonda ara ikosh nyona ishi randi ka to vukta rosatatain do rastu koto ito shu vut chikata shi shu.
I feel clearly now. La 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 la. Okay. And I don't know if I'm happy with it because I didn't feel uncomfortable with the emotions. Phew, okay. Totally out of balance.
No, but the energy from the great central sense, they are massive to work with.
Yeah.
They really blow your everything.
Yeah, my brain's out. Yeah.
Circuits. Cool. We had okay, Nita is saying, is it possible that my constant sinus infection, like ears and eyes and nose, are connected with spiritual cleansing? So if we've got it across here, it's about sight, isn't it, and seeing.
The thing is that it's like an energy portal in this area. And there's a lot of energy being brought through all this area because you got so many points around here. You got security, you got trust, you got presence, you got self-identity, you got sexuality, you got everything connected up to this. And you have balance points in the air. So it's an extremely sensitive area. And I know for myself, I had issue with that since I was a child, and I mean, for 30 years until it balanced through. It seems to be when there's deep clearing, an area where the body can easier let go than other places.
Yeah.
Also because some of the things, what I have seen during clearing, is that a lot of phlegm are coming out. And this is an amazing area actually to blow it out.
Yeah, that's why like breath work is really important. So really surrender to your breath if anybody's sort of feeling this across here, because that energy that comes out of the throat that will also clear this sort of space. It's the We've just got to be more intuitive with our breath, because the body knows exactly how to actually release the energy that we suppress the physical body from expressing, whether it's emotionally or energetically or physically. We need to make sure that we surrender to that process of allowing that if we want to cry, if we need to yawn, if we want to burp, cough, all of these things, move the physical body, allowing the breath work to come through. We need to surrender more to the process and get out of our heads and perceived ideas of how we should be behaving. Okay, see if there's any other questions. Adele actually felt that there was she felt that it was very ancient, far away, high dimensional energy. And Joy was just saying again, to sort of upper shoulder on fire. I hope that's sort of feeling better for you. Just try and push it through your hands as well.
It's kind of an opening in your heart chakra, lower back, backside.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Cool. Has anybody got any questions at all? If anybody wants to sort of speak about anything that they want to bring forward.
Is that for us or for viewers?
Also.
Oh yeah.
Anybody.
I'm exhausted trying to live up to expectations of me. Don't.
Are your own expectations or
expectations?
Yeah, but if it's your own expectations, you're too hard on yourself, and so you have to be more loving and gentle for yourself. If it's others' expectations, you better let that go completely.
Yeah.
The thing is that if you try to start living up to other people's expectation of us, we will never ever get finished, because there will always be a new thing presented all the time. You cannot ever satisfy anything outside of you. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a hard nut to kind of break, because you're so used to. It can be a lot of fear in actually stopping and releasing. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
Nita's question: how do we connect to our galactic tribes? We are here.
Can I give also an answer from Inger? That is not just the expectations to others, but it's also the expectations you put on to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's the first thing to see. What kind of expectations do I have? I think if you can figure this one out, you recognize the expectations that the other one has too.
Yeah, definitely. It's what do you expect of yourself, and what if anybody else expects anything other than what you think that you want to expect, then does it really matter what they expect? It's coming from that sovereignty, isn't it?
Donna is moving forward, and the next one is that: how do I parent children, teens who openly claim not to respect or trust me? That's of the expectations. You can see it at 5.47.
What is that? Teams who openly claim not to respect. Yeah, that's really hard pain.
It's a hard mirror.
It is. Yeah.
And I don't have teens, so I can answer this one.
I can answer that one, because I got 4 children. And I know that when it comes to children, and especially the one who is teenager and young ones today, the only way to address them is to stand in your full, I call it star authority. Because if you don't come from a true place within, they will not listen to you.
Yeah.
So the first thing, whatever discussion or whatever topic you're going to bring up with your children, anchor yourself in first, so that you stand your ground and then communicate, and make sure that you can wait as long as possible so that you can come from a heart space and avoid being overwhelmed and going out on an energy that will be
And keep your hand on your heart when you do what Inger is telling you. Hold your hand on your heart so you speak the truth and you speak of purity.
Many times when our children and especially teens kind of disrespect and distrust us, they are kind of testing where do we come from, and they do it to trigger our full potential to come forward.
Yeah.
That's and they're really good at it. They're really good.
It also needs to take time.
Thing, because there's so many emotions coming up in a parent-child situation that.
And it also needs time, and it can take years to change that pattern and to get the respect that you feel like you deserve.
Yeah, I think that it's absolutely we are creators of our own reality, and when we respect ourselves and we know who we are with the understanding of that. So this is coming from a high level of understanding. But when you're in it, it's really difficult to deal with. I totally get it. I've got 2 teenage children, and it's really very difficult to deal with at the time. And it was just saying that Anita on there was saying, that you're in that place of awakening, and yet you're in that polarized opposition of people not understanding why you're sitting there crying, why you're feeling this way, and the children are picking up on that. They're also feeling it. So there's this big breaking down of our realities in the collective, in societies, and with our own personal lives and relationships. And what we need to do is, at the base of everything, is to know yourself. Because when you know yourself, then you can then deal with everything that's going on around you from a place of strength. So no matter what relationship, if it's the person down the road or the politician or your family member, when you know who you are and you're coming in from that place of just knowing who you are and not from an emotional state, so try and get it out of the head as much as possible. But as Robert always says, stay in your heart. And then you can then literally just then see everything for what it is. And then with the energy, like Inga was saying in the beginning, as you walk through with the high vibrational energy, you don't even have to say a word, you just are. And then the energetic flow around you then is absorbed by others. And that's where you make your change.
Yes, we are so curious about what you're going to tell us.
I want to give some coach for those people who are can need some help in trusting themselves, trusting that their higher self is arranging everything perfectly, that everything is perfectly scheduled, organized, and arranged. So because I saw a question of how can I increase my self-confidence and operate more from within. So connect more to the heart, be in trust that everything is organized perfectly well in by your higher self. Everything is connected, everything is well, perfect, organized.
Darema Kyoto Makshoesh, Kiana Bakara Benemia Kiatana, Racial Kiana Makiatana, Ale Kiada Tarashana Kiata, Elagiana Makiato, Makiatana Masha, Tere Makiata, Makiana, Dasha, Giana Makiata. We've just got to remember that all what we are experiencing is the bumpiness of the transition.
That's a good one.
Be patient. Be patient and observe everything that's going on, and don't try and take it too personally with the experience. It really is very difficult when you're in the super vet. But it's like if you're on an aeroplane and you're going through the turbulence of the journey. When on the journey itself, it can be quite turbulent in that you're there and you've got your drink and you've got your food and you're trying to like this and people pushing by and you're here. And then all of a sudden, seatbelts on. Here we go. Bump, really bumpy. So that's what life's like. It's really like that, that sometimes it is a little bit turbulent when you're up there and you're doing your stuff. But then there are times when it's really, really turbulent. But how do you cope with that? Do you anchor in with your seatbelt on and you stand there firm and you grab hold of things around you so they don't fly off everywhere? Or do you just literally just get up and run around the thing creating chaos? You don't. You anchor in. You really anchor in. You hold on tight. And you become present. You become present in that now moment. And that's what we need to do in these times, is we need to make sure that we're there, anchored in our own right. Then we grab hold of other things around us to support them. But you've got to come anchored in with your seatbelts on. And then that's where you then can go in and help people around you. It's important to be embodied, okay? And just see the bumpiness for bumpiness. I speak a lot about this with regards to we're playing a game. We really are playing a game. And the more that you can see it, the easier it is to play the game. If you're in the game and you're being the character and having the emotional states and you're going through the turmoil of the whole situation, then it's a really hard game to play. But the more you can sit back and see it, it's not easy, but it's easier.
Yeah.
I have one thing that I used to do when I get a little bit bumpy out. I stop and I say, this is not an acceptable reality. And then it's like taking one step up and kind of start all over from a heart perspective. And it helps again and again. Goodie. That's also a good thing. That's long enough.
A couple of months ago. Lighten it up. Yeah. I think that's what we've all got our own stuff to deal with. We've all got our own stuff to deal with. And sometimes it can be really, really difficult. You know, but honestly, I get it. I really get it. You know, these pains that go through our body and emotional states and the people and it really is really, I'm not belittling in any way at all. But it can be so difficult. I think
it's part of life.
Yeah, it's life. It's
part of life. Yeah, it's a part of the experience.
Yeah, it's a box that we have ticked,
and it's temporary.
And it's temporary. Absolutely, Patricia. It's temporary. It's not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever. Okay. Has anybody got any transmissions that they want to bring forward?
I got something, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Let's see. Ushmana Ushmana Iokutono Nata Akiamana Kyoto no Mono Akoyoko Dosha Yanane Kyoto Yanakatiata Shamanai Ayono Katio Yo Emenia Kataya Eya Amiana Amiana Amiana.
Beautiful.
Say that. Remember, as it is a game. In a game, you are always allowed to make the rules. To a degree, it's up to you. What do you want to play with or not? Never forget that. Yeah. Never forget that.
Yeah, we're creator beings. We create the reality of it. It is our perceived idealism and expectations that restrict it from being what we want it to be. Chiama Sasaban, Taco Campawish, Sia the Bani Kiata Tanda Yeshana, Kiabala Kuashana Kitan Tadeshana Kiet, Ela Lalamaco Kiana Taya Subaya Kianam, Dalla la Kyoto Ban Mako Kiantaish, Ela Kiantoba one Makuka Besia, Edabaya Makiata Natas, Ela Kiamakia Matata. Dalla Babimash.
Still feels the sadness without tears, and the happiness. It's still hanging around here. So let me see if I can. Let me feel if I can translate it into codes. Fusotonya pokonya. Okoko ayana ayuan sitnia mahayu uyana atiamo fuya satanyo fuya samnya ramania satatinya mahatikanua fuya sania mayanaya fianaya. It's about honoring. It is about honor the sensitivities we feel and the gratefulness of being able to feel full torso. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the gift of feeling. That's why we're human, is to feel.
To feel in slow motion. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Feel in slow motion. I love that. It is. But when you're in it, it's hard. But embrace it.
Feeling it in slow motion, I wish I could.
No. You have an experience in another dimension. It's more like you get the whole packet delivered immediately.
Okay, yeah.
When you come here, you can admire what is wrapped in. There can be a beautiful rose on it that you can feel. You can open it. You can see what's in. You can feel all the little pieces in the packet. There's an expectation. There is a joy. Maybe there is a disappointment. You got all these things that you can look at from all different angles instead of everything.
Yeah. And if you are lucky, you have that remote control just to point it out on the moment that you like this or like that. And I think I'm still in it.
Yeah. You know what I literally just got?
Nicola?
Yeah, is that that's how they sold it to us to come down.
To open package.
Oh my God, I've got to go.
Where is the receipt?
Get in here, it's like.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. Right, okay. I cannot believe that's an hour gone already.
Yeah.
That's gone so quick. I do hope that this information that's come through today has helped you understand that, yes, we are here to experience, and yes, it is very difficult, but let's sort of tap into those codes that have come through in the beginning to help you sort of anchor in, and for Patricia's codes that really sort of were beautiful, and Robert's and Inga's, all these codes that are out there for you to tap into. So watch this video again to coming in together. Louise has timed it for an hour. She starts. Now she's like, she's done. Reach out to us. Reach out to us if you need any one-to-ones or group work. Keep an eye out for all of the events that we have on Starseed U. Robert and I are going to put on next month's deep core wound healing. That yesterday's was amazing, and I must say I really, really loved that. You also get the opportunity to keep the recording of it. If you can't attend it on the day, then you can actually get the download of the event itself. So that would be available to you after the event. Also, check out all of the other courses on Starseed U that will help support you on your journey. If you've got any emotional states and stuff like that, you need support on cryotherapy, deep core wounds. Robert's got some codes, which are activation codes. There's quite a lot of activation codes coming out as well. So June's are coming out next week. Robert, your free course as well, Hand on Heart, that I saw on the back end of that, but it's not quite ready yet.
Almost, because I thought it would be ready today, but it needs a little bit more text around it, because just bringing movies in. The movies are ready, we've made the recordings, and so I've finished almost the last details of the text today.
Oh, nice.
I hope it will, definitely next week it will be there.
Cool. So, that's amazing. That'd be really good.
That's the best free course you can ever get in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. There's loads of free courses on there, and there, there's if you're not, if you sort of deep dive in, there's loads of different little free courses on there to sort of help you on your ascension journey.
Yeah, if somebody's still not yet registered at Starseed U, please do, because then you can always have a look at it. And if there's an event, you don't have to register anymore, so you're already there. It's like Facebook. You're just part of the team. If somebody asks how do I get in contact with my tribe, register at Starseed U.
Yeah, get in contact with Starseed U. Yeah, absolutely. Get your little sign up on there, and we're there to support you on your journey. Check out also Robert's YouTube channel. It has lots of conversations with Inga and Patricia go on there. Check out my YouTube channel as well, Remembrance into the Light. Lots of quantum stuff there, a lot of channeling and transmissions that come through. I've also got a podcast for somebody that might be starting on their journey that's actually on my website, which is under www.reikirussell.co.uk. It's under Podbean, which is alternative mental health. So if anybody is starting on their journey that you know of, they might want to tap into those beginning part of starting to wake up to yourself. So our stuff that we tend to do is a little bit more sort of the awakening that is sort of, a bit more woo-woo. If you want to go into that little bit more mainstream, my podcast is sort of treading on those sort of grounds to make things a little bit more easier for people that are just coming entry points onto that. So check all of those things that are out there for you to support you on your journeys. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say, ladies, with anything that you're offering that you want to tell people about?
I'm midden on download, so next time, sorry.
She needs to lay down in a nap. So so we're all here. We're all here to assist. There are lots of people out there that are of assistance. So just tap into all of that, and we'll be here for next week.
Now, there's one
I
question.
want to tell you something before we stop. Patricia, can you see me? When I do, let me see. How is it? Why did I move my hand the other way? That was
it's mirroring.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't do it.
And what should I see now?
No, because it should go to so that you can make like a half of a heart, like that, and to the card, and the other one, when you do like that, I
do it that way, Robert.
I should actually be capable of putting one hand towards yours. They can. Why can't we?
Oh,
why can't we? Because I can't get my hand to you.
In the opposite direction.
And we're strangling ourselves.
That's it.
I really need to practice. I did it too. Yes.
top.
We're oh yeah.
Like that.
Ingrid.
We're all supposed to be galactic. People that come down, influencers, way showers.
Way showers.
Way showers. Or I would do that.
You probably asked the question, are the codes for June, and they are.
Yeah, they're coming out. They should be coming out Monday. They're actually on, but I've just got to publish them. So they're actually complete. They're really good ones. They're like hands, feet, and third eye. They're really good ones. Sherry S.A. Smith actually did them the other day. I sent her the video of the transmission for the feet one, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's vibrating all the way through her body." So yeah, so that would be there, be coming up soon as well. And check out the hand on heart one that's coming out. Robert
and Patricia.
And Patricia.
Yay, Robert! Oh, this works. Yeah, Robert.
Right, we're going. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.